Tuesday. It's that time of the week where we're going to crush this tournament this time. Yeah? And let's stick with a bit of French action because, you know, it's my first love, the French defence. The opening my dad taught me. I think my dad, I'm going to play the old line, the winnerware. And my dad started playing this line because he was quite a big fan of Botvinnik, who is a legend from the Soviet school of chess. And Botvinnik was, a great French defence player. And I think he played in his World Championship match against Tao. Some very interesting games there. I've got to try and remember what to do. So I had this in actually one of my longer play games, my last video I did. And this is a scary idea in the French, and you've got to try to counterattack. Now, this idea is aimed at swapping off these geezers because this bishop can be extremely scary. So I'm going to try and do that at some point. But I'm a little bit scared, the words I was thinking of, because he might be swinging this guy around, coming down here, trying to come over here. I'm suggesting all good attacking moves from my opponent, so we must counter-attack. And I'm trying to wait until this bishop moves so I can gain a tempo, but I think I'm just going to have to dive in and try and offer the exchange. Maybe he can go knight here now, and at least now I get rid of this bishop, making it a little bit harder for my opponent to checkmate me. That bishop's normally a key piece, but it's still a bit scary. This pawn coming through here, for example, is the scariest move I can see, because if I go h6, he has bishop takes h6. So he didn't play that. This move looks a little bit passive. And now one of the good things about getting rid of his light square bishop, I'm hoping, is that I have this square and he can't exchange off my knight. This would be a good defender. And now h6 is possible because I guard it. And in the long run, my position is quite nice here because I have these two pawns. So I think I really want to play this move. I don't want to allow his pawn to come here. Can't believe he's attacking me with my favourite little geezer, Harry the Danger Man H-pawn. He's still trying to checkmate me. Can't he just leave me alone? And yeah, again, I'm still a little bit scared here. I'm not going to lie. My knight's out of play. He's playing very well. Well, I guess I have to take this. Can I go queen d7 as well and try to get the queen here? Maybe I prefer that move. Should we go for that? And because I got the e6 square, and maybe another pawn like over on the king side defends me better. This one is weakened though. So now here is the move that I really want to play, and I'm just trying to defend everything. And the other advantage having the pawn here, it stops the knight e4. So now I might be able to play d4 later on. And I'm hoping he will castle, I think. I'm not even sure I'm hoping for that, because then his rook won't harass me. But I feel a bit better now, for some reason. Should I feel a little bit better? Yeah, why not? You've got to be confident. That's one thing that I really need more of. A bit more confidence. Okay, so pressure. And let's do something with this knight next. Maybe my knight can swap places with my queen later on. Or I bring it into the center. And again, structurally, these pawns are very nice, aren't they? Also, a useful little move could just be rook here. And I'm not sure. Maybe I. Oh fuck! If I fell for something, is he literally trying? What is the idea of this? What? His rook? Maybe this would have worked last move, but does it actually work now? What am I missing? Because this is checkmate. So he has some very scary moves. Jesus, why did he move his king last move? Actually, if he didn't move his king, I would have had check and queen g4 defending. So maybe that was all right. But he can't move his bishop now because I just take on d1 checkmate. So if he goes bishop takes h6, he just miscalculated. That's the way we're going to rock and roll. Oh yeah, it's for you, Lee, my friend. And I'm just going to put on a little bit of music because I expect that the game would have finished had he played on like this. And it's time for some tunes. Just chill.
Mate, fucker. Mate the fucker. Mate, fucker. Mate the fucker. Mate.
And that's what we're going to be trying to do a lot of today. A little bit of checkmating, a little bit of not defending. I didn't enjoy the defending. What do you reckon the game review will be there? In the end, I think I played all right, but I have to admit, one of the reasons I gave up the French defence is that I just got attacked a lot in the French defence, and also it got very theoretical, and I couldn't be bothered to keep up with the theory. So there's a couple of reasons, but it is a great opening, the French defence. I saw in one of the last videos where I played the French was talk about it. People are saying the French defence is terrible. What a bad opening, and you're missing the point, everyone. Really, unless you're 26,700 ELO, maybe 2,500. Which I doubt many of you are. If you are watching this and you're that high ELO, then you're in the wrong place. You ain't going to learn anything here. You're probably not going to learn anything if you're lower ELO anyway, but that's the way we rock and roll here. And it does, unless you're high ELO, it doesn't really matter what opening you play. People forget this. As long as if you learn any opening well, that's the point of books, courses. It doesn't really matter. Some openings, are they better than others? Probably, but you're only going to show them late, when you get better. And I've seen a lot of 1300s have big arguments about what's the better opening, the Caracan or the French. Doesn't matter. You crap. You crap anyway. Joking. You're improving, and you're not yet at a master level. So the opening is just a way to get you into a position that you'll be happy with. So it doesn't really matter. And, you obviously 1300, you've got a good rating. I'm just joking, I'm just messing around with you. So it doesn't really matter, guys. It really doesn't. Play openings you enjoy. Simple as that. And that's what chess is about. Okay. Now, who is playing today? Should we have a look at the list? Well, we have Hans the Mans up there. And there we go. Magnus just at the right time, jumping on top of Hans. Something I'm sure he would love to do. And then we have Dens Lazaret. We have all the names, don't you? Firouzja. The one of the players that Magnus Carlsen says is a pure talent who he really respects. And you've got to respect Magnus Carlsen's, the GOAT's point of view. You've got MVL. Neil, I mean, they're all there. I saw Hikaru's lurking somewhere as well. Like the lurker he is. Hikaru, the lurker. And where is Hikaru? Can we see him playing a game? He normally finishes pretty quick because he's just a genius, isn't he? They're all geniuses, all those guys. And there's quite a lot of games going on. So, I could talk a little bit more crap, but we'll save that for later rounds. So, let's go straight into the next game. I'm just going to warp time and space. Okie doke. So we're playing in the second round, and we're playing. Is that Albania? It is Albania. It's quite. I think Albania has one of the coolest flags you can get. Right. I mean, it's red. We all like a bit of red, don't we? And it's got some crazy arse black monster on the flag. I love it. I mean, if I had to move to a country just for the sake of the flag, I would pick, definitely, it would have to be Albania, because it's just a cool flag. Anyway, what's going on? So we're playing the Queen's Gambit. Enough about flags. And this is my typical response to A6. And the reason for that is when they go B6, I just capture, because otherwise their idea generally of A6 is to take on C4 and go B5, and I don't like walking into my opponent's ideas. I want to make life as tricky as I can for my opponents. That's part of being a good chess player, frustrating your opponent. And I did, by the way, try to work out, maybe one of you guys can help me. I did even Google, can you believe it? I'm not really a Googler, how to hide my opponent's name and title. It was something with banging on about focus mode. I put focus mode on, and I could see their name even more. And then I was looking, you have to do something, you have to put some code into Google Chrome, and I'm like, I can't be bothered. So if anyone works out how to, or if anyone knows how to hide it, then we'll try that one week. Just let me know. Whack it in the comments below. I'll try and, I'll read, basically, and catch up. And, yeah, okay, so the position. So this is, an exchange Slav type of position where I like playing these positions, even though they could be quite dull. 'Cause people could say they're quite dull because of the symmetrical pawn structure. It's all about pieces. Now, I don't really want to allow the knight to come in e4. That's one thing you don't want to do. So I'm controlling that square with 3 pieces now. My opponent only has 2. And I generally consider my bishop to be stronger than this bishop, which is pointing at the pawn. And that's why I think white should have a small advantage in these positions. And one idea I've played quite often is this idea of attacking there. But we also now could try this, h6, and then we have a captures and a knight d7. So, but this pawn might well drop. So, what am I doing? I mean, I could go queen here anyway. If the knight can't, I mean, I could just go here and push the h pawn. Should we do that? I'm spending too much time here, aren't I? As no surprise. Okay, we're going to just come back, and I'm going to try to use the h pawn. Not entirely sure this is a good plan. Takes. If the d pawn moves, I can take the bishop. This one I can take, and I'm still controlling this square. So this is the one move to watch out for. If my opponent can plant a knight there, then it blocks all my pieces, and my opponent can start getting advantage of f5. So this is the key move to control knight to e4. Yeah, it was, so I saw some pictures of Donald getting, his presidency. Don't know what you guys think about that. I generally try to stay out of politics, as I'm sure you're aware. But what about Joe Biden's rule as a president? I mean, again, I don't really follow it, but it seemed pretty forgettable, particularly for him, in actual fact. And okay, so what we can do, we have to defend this pawn. I guess I'm going here. It's a pity though, because I can't then push this. But why am I spending so much time? I've got to move quicker. And I'd like to get my knight here and maybe use the f pawn to attack. And I shouldn't have spent so long on that, because I didn't even realise he was threatening this one, even though he wasn't, because I can take queen h5. So, bit of a weird position. I think I want to get my knight here, so knight e2 here, because it also makes that bishop back, because I've got to watch out for this move. Let's do it now. And if I get a chance, then I will use my f pawn to start an attack. My opponent can move the knight here. I just retreat. And my opponent's trying to stir up some trouble over on this area of the board, which actually probably a pretty good plan. a3, b4. Okay, I'm moving again too slowly. This is a good move, because also rook here, my back rank is a little bit funny, right? I don't really want to allow. Okay, I've got to take here this queen to come in, but I can't see how I stop it. So do I continue a knight here? Queen d2. My bishop's a bit funny then. Yeah, this queen coming in is a real pain in the arse. So do I have to come back? I don't want to come back. That's sad. Here, okay, I can go here, and I know I can't bring the queen back because this pawn drops. So maybe I have to take and then bring the queen back and try to play an ending where my knight will dominate this bishop. So I have to take here because this pawn may, I think, and now here it's opposite its coloured bishop, so it's very drawish. And I don't know, I mean, I could even be worse than this kind of position. I was hoping my knight would dominate the bishop, but my bishop is very bad as well. And okay, let's try and cover this one. Now, do I even give that bishop up? Get a horrible pawn structure. Let's try this, because it gets rid of the opposite coloured bishops. And now this is very risky. Okay, so here, and I want to play b4 because all my opponent's pawns on light squares, and positionally speaking, that is quite advantageous. Now, I'm trying to get my bishop now maybe in around, because this is the difference in the position. My bishop, good bishop. My opponent's bishop, shit bishop. And this is looking now quite nice for me. And let's just force that knight to what I consider quite a bad square. I can start hitting these pawns, keep my opponent's bishop trapped in, and now one of these pawns is going to drop, and I have a chance to get a past H pawn. So I should... oh, fuck, my time. I'll stop looking at my clock. And we know how bad I am at blitz. Kings are good. So let's just roll, baby, roll. You gotta roll, roll, roll. You gotta feel my soul. All right. Down, 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 down. You gotta roll, Harry, roll. You gotta roll, Harry, roll. Do, 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 do. All night long. Yeah, there is a reason I didn't become a singer. And Harry is going to become Harriet, a queen of the H file on a couple of moves. There's no stopping that because the bishop can't stop it and the knight, nothing can stop it basically. So there was my opponent, I think, played very clever move. My opponent played there, Queen A5. That seemed like a good move. And game review, well, I by the way, last game review, bit boring, wasn't a great game. Let's have a look. And I mean, I played pretty accurately, and I was never really in trouble except for this moment where A3. Oh, so maybe my opponent could cut. No, queen. So yeah, so this Queen A5 was a very good move. And Queen D2, actually, now I immediately see would have been a good option. So what should I have played here? Let's have a look. Queen A5 was a problem starter, twisted problem starter, because I kind of feel I was doing all decent moves. The ending's always a little bit better for me, but my opponent, short of time, sort of didn't handle it so well. And this is the move that's suggested by the computer. That seems really weird. But then bishop G5, that's a good point. This is the kind of move that Magneto would play, or Fischer. Give up your most amazing looking piece for some brilliant idea. And this would be very clever. Because remember, I wanted to play this, but I drop a pawn here. And giving up my great bishop with the idea now playing here would have been a very clever idea. For a start, this idea is knight G4. This pin is very nice. And I might even be able to take here because my knights are probably better. Well, definitely that this bishop was the problem piece, right? And what I had going on throughout the game was that as long as I don't allow my opponent to get that bishop breathing, or if I exchange it, then I'm always going to be positionally okay with whatever minor piece I have. So that was kind of at the back of my brain. But what should I have done after Queen A5? So Queen A5, good move. And I should have gone Bishop B1. Of course I should. That was one of the ideas of moving my rook to C1. And had I played this, I think I keep things under control. Okay, now we get black. And playing a high rater. A narrator, high rater. And I think we're going to stick with the French, right? The first game seemed pretty okay. We'll see what opponents got here. Don't take. Okay, so the advanced French is now the trendiest variation out there. And you get some fascinating positions in this variation. Now, I do play F6, but it is quite dodgy. Now, I was looking at a line recently where you take here and you go Bishop D6. Now, I haven't looked at this check, though, which is maybe a bit stupid. I guess I can get away with this. And this is a line that, with the computers, actually, I think it's a very interesting way of playing the advanced French, because, yeah, you get this unbalanced structure where you might be able to get some action. And I'm creating this course, The Killer French, at the moment. That was one of my first ever DVDs. You can still get the original on, this is a good move, Weakening My Dark Squares. You can still get the original on GingerGM for a very good price. And now, how is this pawn? Is this going to be an issue? And the answer is May we? So do we have to? And then, okay, this shouldn't be that much of an issue, should it? But it is. So rook e1. I haven't even thought of a solution. I've just played a move without thinking. Do I have to come back here? Because that's a really sad move to play. Now, if I take here, can I sack that pawn? I probably can, because my opponent's back rank is moist. Now, how do I sack it? Do I sack it by going kingside or the more... Okay, fuck it. Excuse my French. I was trying not to swear today. Sorry, kids. It's not big. It's not clever. And it's just a sign. You should only swear in very extreme circumstances. You shouldn't go around the house when your mum and dad's there saying, GingerGM said, don't do that. Only when you've like banged your... head on a baseball bat should you swear, in cases of extreme pain or cases where you're frustrated, then I think it's okay to throw the odd F in or S, maybe. Okay, right. And if you think about it, what makes a swear word is quite weird. Why should a swear word be offensive? Why? I don't, it's weird. Okay, what am I talking about today? Now, I could go here with knight here. Okay, I'm going to come back because knight e5 now is an option. And I kind of want to play e5. And my thinking is if he takes here, then I was hoping I'd go rook e8 with counterplay. But I haven't really calculated that at all. Which I probably should have. Probably a normal human would have. Now, knight here, I mean, I should be getting good compensation. Takes, rook here, takes, king f1. Knight in here. I got knight takes here at the end. So let's go here. And if everything gets exchanged, I think my opponent has to go... maybe my opponent go bishop e3. But I've got very good development, and this is a nice little tactic followed up by bishop e5. So this is what I was talking about earlier about sacrificing some material. Now bishop here, I might still be able to take there, but I can also go e5, take. Okay, so my opponent's done something else. Now takes bishop here. Seems very playable to me. Takes bishop e5, takes king c6, takes bishop e5. Okay, let's do it. Is there anything wrong with this tactic? This one I didn't see. Rook here takes bishop e5, and then takes here. Bishop here, knight c2, takes on a1, or takes on d8. So bishop here is the move I'm a little bit worried about, because I want this rook here. So bishop there, rook here, takes, bishop here. Okay, and this move, what's happening now? So obviously my opponent, if he takes here, I'm thinking king c6, because the back spanker is there. So takes here. I can't go here because he takes my bishop with check. Looks unclear, but if takes king here, oh fuck, bollocks, there's this one. But okay, it might not be the end of the world, because I can go here and oh my words, there's this check. What a cheeky little bastard. So takes check here, rook a5, mate. Unbelievably cheeky, that. Oh man, I thought that was... So I can keep in the game by this, but I'm a pawn down. And I have to now play here. Look at that, because if he takes, I have this. What a fucked up position. Excuse my French. If he goes here, I have rook takes. So I'm fighting. If the rook goes back, we take here, and we have an well, maybe a better ending, because our king is mobile. So he activates his rook, and his rook is mobile though. So this is If I move that pawn, check. King up, takes. What's the best way to do this? Okay, we're going to go for this one. And now we're going to try and push these pawns as quickly as can be with this idea, rook a3 as my main idea. Takes, I'm hoping my pawn is landing bloody quickly. Okay, so I'm still hoping my pawn is landing really quick. Can I win this? Attacking the pawn, threatening maybe this move. This looks very good for me. Surely this is good.
Boom! Put out of your pipe and smoke it, son! Come on! Come on! Have it! Have it! Fuck a duck. Just call me Karpov. Now. Just call me the endgame maestro. Wow. They call me the rook grinder. Down. They call me the pawn promoter. Wow. Oh yeah. Beautiful.
So, I think I was always alright there. I reckon I was always alright. Was I always alright? I reckon I was always alright. Was I? Let's have a look. And I'm so we're putting the computer's a bit slow today. Computer says slow. Computer says I'm slow. Why are you waiting? Okay, can't work it out. It's very slow. 5%. That is really slow. But it looked alright. The French defense. This is my sneaky little. I think I've got a really good position, and it was some cool tactics going on there from my opponent, especially that knight checkmate. But the French defense is a good opening. Don't get me wrong. And you're gonna have to buy the chessball Killer French, aren't you? Because when I come up with ideas, new, fresh ideas like this already, without doing much research, you can just tell it's going to be a beauty. It's going to be a beauty. Those of you asking what's going on in my Dutch course, that is my main concentration at the moment, and I don't want to rush it, but I'm hoping to get it out next week because I'm spending all my time researching the variations at the moment, and you don't want me to rush that, do you? Because you might fall into a black hole of blunders if I do. And while it's trying to work out this, because it doesn't seem to be happy, there's one game. Okay, the next game's probably going to start any second. Where am I? Am I up there? Well, I'm 3 out of 3. I've got to be. Where's my name? At least put my name into the top somewhere. Come on. I may never get another chance. I'm winning the tournament, so show my name. Oh, another legend of chess. David Navara, who is one of the nicest guys. A brilliant calculator, brilliant chess player all round. Let's get rid of this page now. We don't need that. Let's concentrate on David. And an all-round nice guy. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know who David Navara is, then who the hell are you? And we're going to try and checkmate him. Because checkmate is my middle name. And this is an old variation, which I used to specialize in, where you give the pawn here, but you get funky. And this is a line which I've spent some time analyzing, and I know I've lost the pawn, but my opponent's a bit discombobulated, and we know I love giving up pawns. Who needs pawns, eh? When you've got discombobs. And I remember looking at this position, and I thought black is fine, but I thought there's some compensation here. So now, do I go here, or do I go... No, don't go there, because you'll blunder a piece. Don't do something as ridiculously stupid as that. So my opponent... I've never looked at this move before. And I'm intrigued. How do I get compensation? Because if he castles, I'm not so happy. So I'm going to flick this one in, because I think I need to have something on the light squares. And I might have to give him this, because I might try to rush in with this option. And of course, it's just a very messy position. But if he castles, he might feel better. And his knight's very good. So I want to go here. But critical here, here. Takes, cackles. And then he cackles over there. And then do I have rook e1, knight, queen d6, bishop takes g6 as a possibility. In this line, it's very risky for him, because now I have this. And he gives a damn about a stupid pawn. And ongoing comp, I would hope. But I could be, obviously, very wrong. And knight here. Okay, let's go here. This is my original idea, because I now have the e-file. And I might have this move as a lurker. Because if I go here, if he goes to d6, then this is something I will not be able to resist playing, whether it's good or bad. So I'm hoping his queen has to go passive. And maybe I should have actually moved the other rook here. Okay, so this one, well, I said I can't resist it, so I'm not even going to think about it. And he doesn't take it. He realizes the danger. Now, things are getting funky. And I'm going to keep taking, because I am a cowboy. And I'm doing this. If he takes my knight, I take the bishop. And that does maybe allow him perpetual check. Which is a bit annoying, because because the position's so interesting. Why? But rook e4 is, I feel, a big threat here. Does he have a perpetual? Here. Takes. Can I run? Here. Maybe it's not perpetual. He's got queen here, check. Rook e2. So it's not a perpetual. And rook e4 is my big idea. And if he moves this... Okay, so rook e4. We bang that one in, and we say, can he go rook g8 at some point? Oh my words, I don't know. Well, let's find out. Rook e4, rook g8. I take everything, take here, and I'm exchange up. But if he doesn't play rook g8, which he has played, then what is going on? So I have to take here, and we have the extra exchange. So rooks deserve... Okay, I got this h-pawn as well. So let's... And he's going to try to go here. Come on, not fuck this up. Let's put the rook here. And we're going to try and convert this. And I've got time on my side. And we got Harry-O. Harry-O. Yo, yo, yo. Now that's an annoying move, because... my pawn is, and I didn't want to allow this one, but okay, I have rook here if he pushes c4. So, and this is also annoying. Now I've got to come here because I've got rook e7, so he has to now centralize the knight, and it's not as clear as I thought. His pieces are very good, and he's got bishop here coming next, winning that pawn. Fucking hell. So. How do we do this? Here, I'm ready, and then here. Okay, maybe. My pieces are just not very good. This is the issue that I'm facing. And I whack this in here, and if he comes here, I want to take here. Takes there. Okay, this is... I'm playing it. And then my knight comes to c6, and I queen, and I've got a knight versus a king. That should be winning. And the more exchange, and So here, and my knight now transfers itself around the angles, and he can't stop me queening. And I hope my knight is getting out, and it should be, because I have a bloody big pawn there, and I don't need to queen that one yet, because I can just push Harry. Any pawns dangerous? Let's stop that one. Don't want them doing any damage. Here I can take, and if here my king should be able to come over. Okay, now let's bring the king, because his only chance is something like, oh fucking hell, though. Yes, this is his only chance. Here. Oh man. There. Okay, now we have to go and then come back, because I've got knight b4. And if my king gets over one more square, should be stopping those anyway. Then I push Harry. Push. Take. Don't lose on time. Control. Control, queen. Queen, 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 queen.
Get in there, son! Navara! Put that in your pipe and smoke it, son! Ooh. That is a lovely, lovely, lovely hit on the bong.
Whew. This is how I normally celebrate in tournaments. If you hear a bit of commotion at the back of the playing hall, it's normally mwah. Well, that was funky stuff. I think I played pretty well there. And I managed to hold my nerves. What the hell is going on today, boys and girls? Told you I was going to do well. Told you. And, okay, the game wasn't like... I mean, 3,000. I mean, the game, look at that graph. It was interesting, and I played it pretty well at some point. You've got to... Okay, let's have a look. There's a little break now, so let's just have a look at the score. The score, shall we? Shall we have a look at the scores? Yeah, yes, please. Yes, Simon. Yes, Simon, I want to see the scores. Yes, yes, Simon. And why am I not showing? Chess.com, you hate me. After beating Navara, I should be up there at the top, surely. Where are we? Okay, look at that. We are first equal. And I am... Well, I mean, beating someone as strong as Navara is pretty magical. And still got the magic, my friends. Still got it. And I managed to hold it together at the ending, where he's coming up with some very difficult tactics to dodge. So all good in the hood. And let's have a look. I think there's a bit of a break now. And we're on 4 out of 4! Whoa! So I am going to pause it while I run round the naked. The naked? While I run round my garden naked. Just to celebrate with my pipe. Just if you got that image in your mind. Me running around the garden naked with a pipe. And on that note, the next game will start any second. And it's going to be fun. Okay, so we have the black pieces again, and well, let's see what we get. Hopefully we get a Dutch, but the French defense has been doing all right as well, isn't it? So pretty confident with this little cheeky move, e6, so then we might want to... Okay, so we're going to get a Dutch, and my favourite opening, and my opponent already spent quite a lot of time with this, and let's see, what system should we go for? Okay, against this system, I normally angle to play e5, where we just go for checkmate. You've seen this time and time before. It's easy. You castle, you put the queen on h5, you go f4, you go bishop h3, you go knight here, You sack the rook there and you checkmate on h2. It's like clockwork. So yeah, here we go. And my opponent generally should probably control f4 or try to do something in the center. I find these moves the most frustrating. This idea of going b4, b5, a4, a5 takes an eternity. And by that stage, I'm well accelerated with some nasty stuff over on the king side. And this move generally quite easy to meet with this. You've got to watch out for c5 here, but the knight is hanging. Okay, now, do we kick that one away? Or do we just continue with queen here? Now, I wouldn't normally bang out this move, but c5 just caught my eye there. And I think we can just move the king first, because it's quite likely that could open up. And this stops c5 for the time being. Now, should I be worried about this move? I don't feel like it's going to be a major concern, right? But I don't know. It's a weird position, actually. I mean, do I even bring my knight out first? Let's bring the knight out. Maybe angling for that. But maybe I'm playing too cautiously here. Why am I just not throwing them in and trying to checkmate? Well, it's because of c5. But now I'm defending this pawn. I'm thinking if I go here, c5, I have d5. And then I get 3 little warriors. So now I'm just going to bang this out. And I'm still going to play this move given a chance. If my opponent moves the knight, I'm not going to exchange queens because that's for pussies. And we're just going to move the queen back and keep trying to checkmate on h2. Now, knight here, knight here. Well, let's see what happens. Let's keep going for it. Big threat here, big threat here. If knight here, I play e4. But then if the knight comes over, I can try to eliminate it like this. And if knight here, I also have ideas such as this. I might actually consider kicking this knight away, but at the moment, knight here, do I give it a little flick? Because there's ideas of this one. I think we should give the knight a flick back. And oh no, but then I can't play e4. So why did I do that? E4 is just a good move. I mean, okay. And if everything comes off and I have bishop f5 there, that was flipping stupid, that was. Okay, e4, takes, knight takes, bishop f5. How is that? This knight can't move. Okay, let's still go for it. Let's still go for this tactic. Let's just see what happens. This is my idea, but I forgot by injecting these moves, my opponent's knight is on a good square. I wanted to play this last move, but I saw some maybe ideas of this takes, and knight takes c7, which is probably just absolute bullshit because I take on g3 and I checkmate. Stop being such a wimp, Williams. You're a killer. You're a ginger ninja. You're a destroyer. Now, destroy. Okay, so the idea anyway is after all the takes, I go bishop here because my opponent's rook is rather unfortunate. But maybe my opponent gives the rook. So this is what I'm going to play. If he moves this knight, then I go here. And ideas like this, well, it looks quite loose, doesn't it? But may we, Winston, maybe it's all right. Now, this rook's not doing anything, so do we just play... Oh, no, my bishop. Fuck a duck. Don't do that, you absolute bellend. Okay, knight here takes here. Here takes... Oh, that looks quite sexy. Is sexy? Okay, let's try this one for the shits and giggles. Now, takes... Okay, he's just gone back. Fair enough. Now here with d5 ideas looks as logical, but then he's going to flick. Okay, then we get d5 in. So this, he can't take here because there's a lot of shit going on there. And the way he's played it, he's stopped this. So now the issue is my knight is obviously in the way, but he can't take this one because I've got smack, bang, wallop. Put that in your bloody pipe, my friend. And now... that's what we call a honky-donk going down. Black Hawk down. And we're just going to try to take that mother, flaffer, and keep our calm. Not so clear, this one. and my knight. Okay, my knight comes back. Okay, so I have to come back. My knight does a job of defending, but it's not so clear, is it? This bishop a little bit loose, so let's move it out the way and try and nibble on Bertie 5 and get it into Derek D here. And I would love to unleash something on this, so I'm trying to get my knights out of the way so that my bishop can come here. But I'm also now airing up this one and this one, but I like this one first because we have a little boom. Put that in your pipe, my friend. And now he had to take here, and I'm going to take here because I am a fucking genius. And I'm going to take here, boom, hello. And now for some stopping queen coming here, which was a little bit of a concern for me. And I'm going to just try to hold it together. Queen here, I've got knight f6. Keeping it. Come on! Put it in your pipe and smoke it. And Tommy 111 Stribuk. What the fuck is going on, boys and girls? I don't know. That is how you play the Dutch. Yes. Crash, bang, wallop, checkmate. With a little bit refrained. And I think beautiful play. Lovely. They call me the Dutch master. And let's see what we're going to get in this one. 90%, and my opponent did miss an opportunity. Whew, but it was only one opportunity. And the game was very interesting. And here, my opponent could have gone for this. Well, I knew that. It was maybe what I was going to hustle out of this one. I was going to play d5. And I was just going to say, I'm a fucking lunatic. What are you going to do about it? And the point is, if he takes here, I take here, and all hell breaks loose. But apparently, my opponent has a number of good moves here, which I think is this is. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure he does, but like that's life, isn't it? It was a gamble. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Listen to Lemmy on the matter. And in the position on the board, well, we are a whole rook up, which I didn't even realise because I was too in the zone. And before, okay, let's just take look at this. Before it goes away, we are 10th, and we're nearly halfway through. As I mentioned before, what the actual fuck? And again, if you're under the age of like, I don't know, 12, close your ears or go and watch, I don't know, some Disney film. Because actually they're much more brutal. Disney is much more. Don't watch Watership Down. Scarred me for life. And we're in the top. I mean, one of my aims in Title Tuesday has always been to get in the top 10. That would be a magical moment. But we're actually on maximum. So you can't. I mean, it's good shit. It's good shit, boys and girls. We're above the likes of Magnus Carlsen. And yeah, as you can see for the final position, it's quite easily winning. And if here, I was going to drop my knight back here with some nasty stuff. And the Dutch, I probably missed something a lot better there earlier on, didn't I? Rather than playing this a6, I could have just got on with it with e4. But I seem to have enough pressure to basically keep my opponent under the gun. And in some weeks, I've even got 5 points before out of the whole tournament. So I've already done all right. But come on, concentrate and just use the force. I'm just wondering what it is. I got quite drunk yesterday, so I was playing a chess match. And I know you shouldn't drink. It was a friendly chess match, and it was in a pub, my kind of match. And we had a warm up, like you do in the darts. Drink, not exercise. I do it professionally. A couple of pints of Katie cider. Now maybe it's the lion's mane. I've been taking some lion's mane every morning. A little spoonful of lion's mane, pure, the real stuff. So maybe that's growing those lost brain cells back, and I've lost a number of them in the life of times of this ginger. Various activities which we won't go into because again, your kids swearing is okay, but that is the limit. And I don't know, but it's going all right. But it's also maybe one thing I've really found in chess is the mentality and to keep the concentration up and not let your mind slip. One thing I haven't done yet this year, but I want to do is I want to start doing a bit of meditation. I've tried a bit before, and I'd love to
Oh my God! Look at this geezer we're playing. Alireza, the Razor.
Well, just having the opportunity to play the Razor is fucking good. So let's have some fun. And we got to stick with it, boys and girls. We've got to stick with the French because it's done its job so well so far. And off we go with a French Fetz. I bet when he sees the pairing, he's like, oh my God, I'm playing that shitty ginger. Just give me the fucking point. I'm going to swear from this moment on because it excites me. And now, are we going to try the same line again? So what did I do? It was this one, castles. Okay, so we're going to try this line again, which I mentioned earlier as a newish idea, which I've only just found with my good friend Stockfish. And it seems like a very intriguing way to play for black. And I'm starting doing a bit of research on this new course. So finding ideas like this is doable. Now, my opponent, could I just develop my knight in this position? I haven't looked very far at this, as you might well know now. Knight here, I don't want to blunder. I'm being a bit overcautious here. Yeah. Well, I'm being very overcautious. I mean, should I just take this fucker and just play some chess? Maybe I should just do that. But no, I'm gonna play here. It looks like there might be some. Oh, then knight here comes. So I'm gonna take this one. I don't know. Maybe I could have gone knight f6. I've just spent a lot of time wondering if I could play that move or not, and I still don't know. Now this check is probably good because he wants to loosen my dart squares, and I have lost my dart square bishop, which I'm kind of sad about, but that's life. And I'm castling into it, and now I'm gonna try and eliminate his dart square bishop. And I have to say again, no matter what happens, this guy is so quick. Well, he's fucking good basically. Whatever happens, I've got to move quick. I can't move like a snail. And with ideas, typical ideas of bringing the queen over here, maybe even c4, I'm liking this. I am liking it. And I think we have to play this now because we threaten some knight takes bishop is probably my main threat. And also if I play here, he's got to take my knight off, right? Because if he comes back, I take on b2. And look at this position. This is sexy. Everything about you's sexy. And we're just going to line up the mothers. And we're going to try and kill over here. Now, maybe the knight has to maneuver. I don't know. Is there any threats? Is knight takes pawn a threat? Bishop takes. Come in here. That's the kind of tactic that my opponent would spot in a jiffy because he's a flipping genius. It's the kind of tactic which the lines may maneuver, and he has stepped out of the way of it. So he was obviously very aware of that possibility. And I'm going to come back, so I don't want to step into this, and I want to release this guy in typical fashion. I think g6 is the diagonal that it belongs on, and my opponent is coming around, so let's just put that there. And he's obviously centralized. Now I've got to watch out for these little tactics. Do they work? I hope not, because that'd be scary. And he's just played a move, and he wants me to play this, so I will, because I'm that kind of guy. Why am I playing that? I don't know. I absolutely don't know why I played that move. Okay, in we go, because Flynn likes going in, and he's trying to break up this. Now I really want to take this one and take here, but tactically I can't see it working. So what are we doing here? Are we improving with the idea of playing b5 and maybe bringing the queen back in g5 in this position? And he's nibbling. No one likes a nibbler, Razor. And we are defending. Now I don't want him coming in over there, and he now stops this maneuver. So my knight, is it time to break on through to the other side, or do I just keep it calm and come back? And I don't know about this. D4 was much more critical, but I want to stay up on the clock because that was takes possible, but this is much slower. I don't know if it's as good, but I'm just trying to eliminate his knight because his knight was pissing me off. And I want to keep the bishop here because it seems like a good piece. We don't want to drop that. I expect he's going to come in. Now, tactics is this one. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Alireza. This one is the kind of move that I have to say is fucking good. Now, I have to watch out for getting some spanked on those dart squares, but if I can win this pawn and queen old Cedric, now do we care about this pawn? I don't think we do. I think we take it and we go rook here and we push. Now, also, I could just come back and be very calm about the position. I'm not sure if calm was needed or not needed. Now, my bishop's going really the wrong way with this. So, takes, controls. Now, can I take the bishop here and push? I don't know. This, or do I just come here next? Of course I come here next, and I've got to push the c pawn through the middle. And in this position, he's trying to push his pawn at the same time. Now, I've got rook d2 at the end of these little moves. Now, I don't know if this was good or not, but let's play it. Now, I've got king here. Is this working? He can't take it. I've got a checkmate. Bishop f5 is a fucking strong motherfucker. I can smell the blood. I can smell the blood. The blood is there. Now, let's do this. Give him a check. Take that one off. And take that one. I've got a risk-free position here. But is it enough to win? I don't know. It's opposite-coloured bilios. And opposite-coloured bilios is not necessarily what we want, is it? Is this just a draw? I think it's just a draw, which I have to say is still fucking good. He's offered me a draw, and there's no way I can win. I must have missed the win there! Oh! Fuck it, dark. Okay, I think we take the draw. We take the draw. Wow. I'm still a bit speechless because I nearly fucked up the razor, but I couldn't quite get there. I must have missed something. I had a bit of time, but I was in the roll. You know, I was rolling and I was playing on instinct without calculation. Now, where was the win? There must have been a win very close to the end, and let's not help. I was playing that. It must have been a win. I thought this was okay. It's not actually as clear as I thought, and I mean, it must be winning. I played some bloody good moves, I have to say. But even here, it's not so clear. And this tactic was sweet. But what I should have done, apparently, was rook a1. But it looks so natural to go for the c-pawn. And now, maybe I should have taken it. But I didn't want to allow his rook in. This had some ideas. And my original idea was to play rook here. But this very close to winning because I am taking here. He finds the only move because, again, as we know, he's a genius. He plays this and maybe it's just not winning. Check. It must have been winning somewhere. Here, rook d2, and here I was getting far too excited. And now he finds this draw. Wow. Wow. Whoa. And look at, okay, that's weird, because look, I performed better than him, but he's 3,300. I'd have to say he found some genius moves at the end. And the other thing I've got to say is, how fucking good is the French defence? How fucking good is the French defence? It's tasty! Tasty! And I'll take the draw. I'll take the draw this occasion, should I? But let's not, I really don't want to lose momentum here. The socks are coming off. I don't know why. It just gives my feet a bit of freedom. I can rub the. I put a bit of lawn. I put some grass under my desk because they say touch grass. I'm assuming they mean that kind of grass. And I feel that if with my little grass set under here, which the cat occasionally takes an interest in, I can basically just chill my feet out by rubbing the grass. So if I start going like this, it means I'm touching grass. And it feels good. Okay, so that was a big game. Let's have a look. So I've dropped half a point, but it was a bloody good game. You got to go for that. And we're just gonna not think about where we are. We're 8th. We're just gonna try to keep playing good chess. Now frame it while it's still there. Who the hell are you, Nepo? Who the hell are you? Who are you? Who are you? And I'm just gonna laugh at the people below me because there's only not been many chances to do that. And yeah, I don't know where Magnus and Hikaru are, but they're way down. They're way down. I'm up there. And the next game will start any second. And Jesus, we got 2 more games in what I call this section. If I can hold my nerves for 2 more games, it'll be a fucking miracle. But let's try. I'm swearing. I'm excited. And that's what we're going to try to do. We're just going to try to get 2 more good games in, and then there's a break after round 8, and we just got to keep the focus. We're over halfway, and we've got 5.5 out of 6. So if we continue at this rate, I'm looking at a score of about 10.5, 10 out of 11. Take 10. I'll take 10. And the game's been good, but yeah, the French defense and this little line with bishop d6 is kind of a very interesting variation. Like I said, I've started doing my research on the French. It's taken a couple of players by surprise, and my position against Alireza there from the opening was very, very good. I'm sure I had better during that stage of the game, but you know, didn't quite get the opportunity to. Wonder what I missed. Okay, so we're in with a game, and I always bloody struggle against the Armenians. They play very tricky openings, so let's just keep the cool. Maybe I'll play a London system or something along those lines. So we're whacking out d4 on normal move, and I'm happy to see this. Why am I happy to see this? Don't know. I'm just thinking that, okay, we're going to get this. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Okay, now I think I have had this before, where we now go bishop c4. I can't remember the move. Let's play here. Looks like the most aggressive. And if knight e2. Yeah, see, they play very tricky blitz. They play very tricky blitz lines, and it's really hard to handle these lines when you're trying to work out what's going on. Now I think he'd probably want to put his bishop there, no? Where else can he put his bishop? So let's just play this, and stopping the idea of getting rid of my knight and keeping pressure on d4, because I quite like my knight, and his bishop now doesn't have as many good squares. There's not very good because it can get hit by knight g3. My basic plan is bishop e3, which again he stops, maybe. Bishop here, he takes. But am I really worried about shit like that? Can't I try to trap his queen? I'm not sure if I can. He wants rook here. I think we have to just allow him to take that pawn if he so wishes and try to work out some compensation. So he's doing it this way, because otherwise the rook's coming here and it's difficult. So he has grabbed it. Fair play to the man, and I guess we should gain a little tempo, kick that piece away. And is there any chance of trapping the queen? He's got this square, and okay, we've got knight here, but my centre's a little bit funny to this rook d8 move. Rook here doesn't really help. Does it help? Knight here, rook here. It's just a bit annoying, right? What do I do in that situation? My queen, don't even want to take that, do I? Queen here. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is a bit weird. I got to fucking move, man. Okay, excuse my language. It's terrible today, but I expect you can understand why. So I'm going here. Oh, you might better take another pawn. I haven't really considered that. I only assumed, looked at this one, and yeah, my language is appalling. And he's grabbed another pawn. bloody greedy, isn't he? Now, really, can he do that? He thinks he can do it. Now here he's going to get away. Now, do I go bishop d2? Because, and then he's going to go here, and then knight c3. So I'm trying to trap his queen, and I don't want his queen coming to a5. I've spent so much time, and my idea is, I don't know, to move quicker. My idea is somehow to harass this, yeah? So I can't move the rook, he takes here. Knight here, he comes here. Then I can get some play, but we don't want to allow this one. So maybe I need one more move, like this kind of stuff. So queen c1 immediately springs out to me. And if he goes here, knight c3, he doesn't then have that square for his queen. So queen c1, I think, is what I'm trying to do here. Now knight c1, he goes here, bishop here. That all no, then he takes here. It's very complicated for this time. Here, here, and then bishop b5, queen takes d4. So knight c1 just not looking good, is it? So I think my idea is queen c1 and rook a3, for example. Then his queen is trapped. Now rook b4 is also a move I could consider. And then queen a5, and then okay, so he's going this way. Now he's just trying to take here. Now what was I saying? Rook b4 here. Now do I just go bishop here? Here, okay, takes, and then this one's on pre. Fuck, hurry up, you muppet. Here, takes. His queen doesn't have many squares. Let's go here, because he can't come to d8 with his queen now. So if he goes queen a5, maybe I can take there. Otherwise I go rook a4. Queen a5, I take that one and try and cause some issues. So queen here is the only I can't see any other move here. Maybe I'm missing. Am I missing something? Here, a very short time. Here, it's a draw, but I don't want to draw. Here. He's got b6. He's running out on. So this one, what was I going to play? Here, yeah? And he's given up his queen, which makes some logical sense. And I've got to play quick. Got to play quick here. What have I got for the queen? I've got a good position for the queen. But I'm slow. And I've got to play quick. Now, I'm threatening rook takes bishop. Then he's got rook here at the end. I've got knight c3. Maybe holding it together. And I've got taken on e6, going for an attack. Do I take that? Do I not take it? Do I take it? Do I not take it? I don't know. I'll take it. I don't know why I did that. I probably didn't need to do that. But I have no time. And I want to throw my knight in. And obviously I'm not going for a draw. We're going for the win. This one is surely a major threat here. Check. My king has h2. This one must be a threat. And then this one. And then is he escaping? I've got queen g7. This looks good. Come on! Come on! Put that in your pipe and smoke it! What the fuck? I have slipped into another dimension. It's not the normal dimension. I have reality hopped. I've been trying to do a little bit of, like I say, not meditation, but like I was, you know, sort of thinking about other realities and maybe slipping. That's clearly what the fuck has happened here. I have slipped into another reality, and I am there. What was that? I managed to win again. What is going on? There's one more game until the break. I've never ever performed like this, smashing up heroes every game. What is happening? What is happening? I don't know. This is weird as flip. I mean, wow. Okay, come on. Give me an evaluation. And while we look at the evaluation, let's just see. Look at that. Look at that. And that was before. I'm in 5th place. Jesus. What? And look at the people on my score. Nepo, Shankland, Hikaru. This is absolutely insane. Insane in the membrane. Got no brain. Going insane. I'm going to have to just take a picture of this and send it to my mate. That's how vain I am. Whoa. Insane. And let me just send this to my mate because I'm okay. Let's calm down. I've got to keep my focus. And the next game's going to start probably quite soon. But that was a good game, yeah? What was my... Okay, 90%. My opponent did not play well, but it was very heavily tactical, yeah? It wasn't positional. The computer doesn't know what the fuck it's going on about. There was tactics everywhere. I tried to trap his queen. I caused some mess. And then I finished with some juicy little tactics at the end. Boom! Boom! Loving it. This is the way life should be. Sweet. Okay, well, I'm going to pause because I just need to get my head together and I want to send that screenshot to my friend. Okay, and this is just mental. Absolutely mental. Well, fuck a duck. It is the current Blitz duel world champion. I bet he sees me again. He's thinking, he could beat me blindfold. But let's enjoy a game against Nepo. Let's enjoy. The danger is if I beat him, he's obviously going to accuse me of cheating. But I don't think there's much danger of that happening, is there? Now, this is where I've got to remember my theory. There was a game of Ding's where Ding brought his queen over to G4. So this was the line which I don't know who Ding played this against. Probably find it was Nepo. But this was a variation which was, I think, quite dangerous. Now, I don't know what I should play. Let's move the rook first and play it along these lines because he might go G5 if I get a little bit carried away. Now, it's funny because I actually did play Nepo in a bar when he was about 17 and it was his 1 minute against my... No. Yeah, his 1 minute against my 5. And we were playing for money. I was playing him, Grishchuk and Vlad Tkachiev, me and Keith Arkell. And I actually did all right then, but that is obviously in another world. Okay, so I think we have to come here now. He's coming into the hole. And the only thing I've really, he's got to watch out for is his king. So he now may be ready to play this move, but can we do something? I want to play bishop e3, but this move scares me a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't be scared. Let's just play bishop e3 because I don't want him taking that bishop. Okay, now here he's coming in, and if he takes, we have to try to create a little bit of chaos somehow because otherwise this is coming and I'm sure I like it. Now d5 is the kind of mad move which I kind of like. Knight takes. Okay, I'm going to flick this one in just to move his knight away. Pawn's irrelevant at this moment in time, I feel. And if he does take it, okay, so he comes in. So now we play this, and we have to, again, this move is just so scary. So do I have to step my queen out of the way here? Knight d2 is the move I want to play. Maybe I should just play the move I want to play. Let's play knight d2 then. And g5, we have to come back here. Obviously g5 is played, but if I can eliminate his pieces on the queen side, I might be able to do something on that area of the board. So I've got to come here, and I've got to try. And this could just be very strong, F4 takes, and this one's very okay. I don't see what else I can play. Takes rook g8. Takes f4. So I think I have to play this now, but this just doesn't look good. Okay. But otherwise I'm losing a whole piece. Don't like this move though. There's probably something very bad with this move. I have to take with the queen because otherwise rook g8, and I have to try. Now he's got here as well. Bishop. Okay, so well again, bishop here. I have to sack my queen. There's nothing else to be done here, and the position is of course losing. I feel now. Yes. But did we have any fun here? Not really. I'll play on because don't get my and we'll resign, of course. Ah, wow. We had a good run, man. We had a good run, and that was one step too. That was one step too high. That's an opening I have to look at, and he crushed me a bit. Yeah, a bit easy there. I mean, tricky opening. Let's just see where I went wrong. So see how many chances do you get to play, a world champion, and we're still on an okay score, 6.5. There's 3 rounds to go, so let's just see if I don't get down about that. 8.5 would be amazing. Let's be honest, 8.5 would be phenomenal. Let's see if we can just get a good finish. Maybe another day I could start doing well against these guys, but my position actually I didn't enjoy it because as soon as he castled queenside, his attack's stronger. So let's have a look. And see. And that opening took me a little bit by surprise. So it's all okay here. Nothing special for me, this position. And this might be... And I think around here it gets interesting, yeah? F6, good move. And look, I played the right move. And actually my position... So I'm doing all right here. I'm finding the right moves. And this is where I start. I was wanting to play d5. Go with your instinct. Go with your instinct. This is the move I wanted to play, yeah? And I didn't actually see that knight takes. I could take there. So I wanted to play d5. And I thought I'd flick this move in first. But then he puts the knight on d5. So I just... This is it. When when you're playing someone who's so great, it's the kind of move you talk yourself out of playing because you think, oh, I'll be a bit of an idiot if it doesn't work. But this was the move I wanted to play. This could have been my chance of taking down Nepo. And because instinctively I'm opening up lines. Pawns don't matter. That pawn is just a hindrance. So why on earth? I would play d5 against anyone else. I get a little, I still get psyched out. And I am playing Nepo after all. So d5 would have been great. And the point is I get this square. This is the thing I'm thinking. I get this square, bishop e4. Actually, this I don't even need to look at this. This is just instinctively great. This move, I'm trying to complicate it, and now it starts to go a bit wrong. Knight d2's the correct idea, but after g5 I couldn't see a solution now. I couldn't see a solution, and you can see he's taken control here, and I did not find a solution. So when you're playing these guys, you get one chance, and my chance, +2, great chance to win the way I'm playing, was to play d5. And I knew that was the move to play, but I bloody didn't play it. What I thought he would do was knight takes, but I have to admit, I didn't see that I could now just take on c4. Because I'm not sure what else he does. His position could easily collapse, and oh man, I'm really annoyed I didn't actually just go with a gut here. Even if I didn't calculate, I'm not a great calculator. I'm not but I'm instinctively, I think, a good player. And instinctively, this just frees the rook, frees the bishop, and it gives my knight the d4 square. It frees up my game, no end. So this was clearly the way to go. So goodbye. Let's still see if we can try and get in the top 10. Jesus, if I'd have won that, I'd have been first. Imagine that. That would have been... that would have been insane had I won that game. Unbelievable. But wow. Okay, so the aim now, because we're having such a good tournament, there's 3 rounds to go. is first of all hold the nerve. So try not to let that loss fuck me off too much, and then try and get 2 out of 3 at least. So get to 8.5. 8.5's realistic, I feel, the way I'm playing, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to pause it now. It's a bit of a break. I'm going to restock on water, inject myself with some lion's mane into my eyeball. So I come back a bit bloodshot. Don't ever do that. I wouldn't do that again. I'm being stupid. You don't ever do anything like that. But yeah, I'm going to just go and snort it instead. Okay, so we've got 3 to go, and managed to calm down a little bit. I've got myself a little bit of orange squash. Cheers. And we're playing. I thought Samuel was Armenian, but I'm pretty sure he's not Singaporean. And we've scored very well with the French defence, especially the advance. So let's see if this little variation, which a lot of people don't seem to know, can hold up in this battle. So it's my little weird idea going here. The main line's going Queen B6, but these ways that chip in against the centre is very interesting, and it leads to some very chaotic and exciting positions. So this is the move. So this is the new sort of idea which I'm experimenting with, and my research has shown might be quite playable. And we drew with Alireza off Bishop F4, and then we beat some other geezer with something. I can't remember because my memory is crap. And I've got to stop thinking about the score, about the games, concentrate on the position. It's when the brain starts to... we're following the Alireza game. When the brain starts to drift is the danger point. And I'm playing this quickly because it's exactly what I played against Alireza. I wish I'd looked at that afterwards. That would have been the joy of looking at what I should have played with the computer, even though the computer is a wally. Anyway, let's keep going. So we had exactly the same thing, and I feel here that Bishop H5 check is, and this is an improvement because the dark squares are I would assume what my opponent wants to come in on, but I'm just going to castle and pretend that life is just all shits and giggles, which it should be. Even when things are serious, it should be shits and giggles. Let's not forget that. Life should be shits and giggles. More giggles than shits, preferably, even though shits can be quite fun at times. Okay, what am I doing? Stop talking about shits and giggles. Here. I guess this is normal to play here. And the one thing I don't want to do is get short of time. Now, queen here may well get my queen trapped. H5, don't really see the point. Queen here is just like a bit of a muppet move. So what am I doing in this position? Queen here. Okay, let's try and go. Now, am I worried about this coming in? I'm just going to go here because, again, I don't want to allow my opponent fun and games. And I'm thinking I put my queen here, and I'm clearly going to sack the exchange on this square if I get a chance, because it feels natural. But do I have enough for the exchange? I have 2 central pawns. Is it enough? I don't know. It's kind of normal to do this kind of stuff in the French, and I play every opening aggressively as possible, and I don't mind sacrifice, and it doesn't scare me at all. So I'm always going to play aggressive stuff, and I feel like I should have enough compensation. Missed this move. Takes. Okay, so, and my opponent wants this square, no? Okay, so let's move that rook to at least get out the way. I always miss little moves like this because now my opponent's getting the knight in the game. That does improve my opponent's chances. And now I feel like I come here. And what am I missing here? I mean, my opponent... I'm annoyed that I've allowed my opponent's knight in, but, I mean, there's still... And now this double attack. Okay, fuck. On 2 pawns. Which is annoying. Here takes... Miss this double attack. And this is check as well, which is doubly annoying. Doubly annoying? Double attack. Whoa. So I'm going to move... fucking hell, what am I playing at? This game is bad because, I mean, I should at least have got my pawn to e4. Stupid. What am I doing? That was just a really... And now I just don't have enough. I should have just played e5, e4. Some compensation. So I have to look at this. I mean, like I say, I'm experimenting with this opening, and losing this will be very annoying. I'm just gonna have to punt now. Is there any? Well, I'm gonna need a bit of a miracle to get back into this. I'm gonna try and just throw my pieces somehow over on the king side, but I don't really believe it. So we're throwing the pawns up, and my opponent's gone trippy with his bishop. Don't confuse me now. So here, and he wants to take that one. That is weird. Okay. And he wants to take there. Now knight here. Knight here. Okay, let's oh no, he's got check here as well. Oh man. Chess is hard, isn't it? Chess is a hard game. I don't think I can really let that one drop. My king is in a bad place. Shit, my time. I can't play this move, surely. I have to step out of the way. Yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad anyway. It doesn't actually probably matter too much at this moment in time. My position is very uncomfortable. So, okay. I mean... and this is not helping. Miracle needed. We've still got 2 games to go, so we're going to have to win the next 2 to get to that magical... Well, I say magical, 8.5. I've got 8.5 before. And it kind of feels like I should be getting 8.5 here, right? With some of the games I played. But that little loss against Nepo, it kind of broke the vibe. And I think I can resign here, like, very comfortably. But we'll punt on a little bit. Because there's no reason not to punt on, is there? Opponent can take all my pawns, and I'm also got some issues with the clock. So let's just push these guys. Pray for rain. This one's coming. Pray for rain. This pawn seems a bit quicker than my ones, so I'm going to put the bishop here. It might help support, and my pawns are not that scary, let's be honest, and especially when he takes them. So that was a bad game. That was one bad game, and I can't have any more of them. So I got the French move in. I should have looked at the Alireza thing, and my opponent played very well there. As you can see, look at his score. His score is phenomenal, 97, and he basically played a perfect game. He didn't do anything wrong there whatsoever, and he sort of gradually just played perfect. And to be honest, when you've got the black piece and your opponent plays perfectly, well, you're probably going to lose, aren't you? I mean, you know, they're playing, like I say, similar to a computer. I'm not saying he's a computer, he's just playing because Grandmasters can play like a computer, something that Kramnik doesn't realise. And I even played okay there, but I think I missed some opportunities. So let's have a look. And the opening is interesting, so I want to see if I did it right. So I mean, I should have looked at it, like I say, against the Razor. So after everyone seems to play this bishop f4, so knight f6 is playable. Well, I was worried about knight f7 against that, but maybe I have to look at this line more. And I don't believe this computer, because when I put it on a stronger computer, this is just the light version, it doesn't come up with these kind of assessments. So I'm going to have to check this, but this seems okay. And now this check is a good move. I mentioned this, didn't I, in Alireza's game, because it weakens my dark squares. But my position seems just about okay. I've just got these holes on the dark squares. And yeah, I mean, maybe it's just a bit tricky because I can't get enough play. So obviously I need to do a little bit of research for that line. I can't kick myself for losing that one. My opponent played absolutely perfectly, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get in the top 10 now unless I can win the next 2 games. So I'm going to refocus the mind a little bit, and let's keep it going now, because it's some interesting chess, and it's been fun. So I just need to get back to where I was, which I'm going to do, and we're going to win the next 2 in a jiffy, old boy. Right. I'm not saying this is a must-win game, but this is a must-win game. And again, just the rating of my opponents is pretty fucking mental today. They're all like near 3,000. So let's see if we can concentrate and do. I'm gonna go for the this weird idea that I've done. My last DVD, the only DVD that GingerGM actually made last year, was on this variation. It used to be called the Boar Attack. It's also got some other names. And the DVD is called Smashing the Slav in the GingerGM shop. And the Killer French, that's probably the one you want to get at the moment, the way I'm playing, because that is it's an old DVD, but it's very cheap for what it is. And the idea of this move is just to play E4, which I'm going to do now. And my opponent's played it very quiet. And this should, now we're in another French defense structure. We're not getting many Dutches today. Give me a nice space advantage. And I would imagine, because my pawns seem very stable in this position, a pretty comfortable structure and position. His knight there is also very badly placed. In these positions, he probably wants to bring it to b6. But I'm always going to have a chance to attack with the f5 move. So the idea, okay, so my opponent blocks up that idea for now, and now the g4 idea is the next idea. And I remember this from many games of like Luke McShane, David Howe used to play these variations. If he tries to come with bishop a6, okay, so he's coming this way. This is interesting, and I'm gonna allow him to come over here because he can't come in. And this piece, I still feel, is a key attacker. And are these moves that he's played superficial? I'm not sure what he's trying to achieve. On the other hand, I'm going to try to absolutely destroy him over there. Now, I could try to take control of both areas by playing this in b4, but I think I'm just going to go for it. I don't think I need to play on the queen side at this moment in time. And I'm just going to try to open things up. I'll keep a3 as an option for a later moment in time. But in the meantime, let's just try to open things up and kill, right? Let's just try to open up the g file. And I don't know where his counterplay is. So taking, he's got to take with the g pawn. Maybe now it's time to do this. Do I just improve my bishop first? And I think we're going to have to get rid of this knight. But I don't want his knight coming to a5. So I'm going to play b4 because I don't want that coming there and coming in. And here, let's play this move first. I've got this space advantage, and I've got to make things work on the king side. So I want to get my queen to h5. Do I take and come in with a knight? But my knight can be a very good piece. He's getting counterplay over there, but we can't worry about that area of the board. Do I take, and how do I put my queen on h3? Okay. Takes, knight g5, takes, rook takes. And do I, okay, I want my rook coming here. So I'm going to play one more move, then we're all in. So we have to take here. He's got counterplay without shadow of doubt over on the queen side. I probably should not have done stuff over there, but we're all in now. We're all in. And this is my idea, to come in and then come in with this. I've got some good heavy pieces, but my minor pieces not so good. Now, do we play here? I think we do. We were trying to get the rook over, and we're taking with the pawn clearly. And if the knight comes around, I think we've got to go here, sacrifice the pawn so our dart square bishop can come in. Like this, our rook comes over, and we try to kill him. This is what we do. So we come in with check. Now obviously taking this one I can't see working at the moment. Do we get the queen a little bit nearer in? Rook here, he takes here. What do I do next there? I can't see a win. It should be good, but I can't see it. This is what he's going to play himself. Looks like there should be something good. Let's throw the queen in. I need then queen here. But what are we doing? He goes here. Do I have to come back? But then this one comes. Okay, I think I have to come back. Yeah, as predicted it comes. Okay. Have to keep going all in. I've got to get rid of this. Oh my god, what? Oh, Simon! Oh, I just freaked out there. But I lost. Oh no. I've lost 3 in a row now. And that was pathetic. Fuck. Oh, and I'm actually on a terrible score, even though I've had a good tournament. Oh, dear. I'm going to message my friend and tell him he fucking threw it away. Ah, well, I've got to win the next one. Got to win. I've got to win the next one. Get to 7.5. I just, yeah. I mean, actually, I think my attack should be doing something there. But why did I? First of all, let's have a look where I've gone wrong, because it's easy to say. Again, following instinct is the way to go. Because as soon as I started playing these pawn moves on the queen side, I give him some targets. So me playing, I mean, I had a great position. I had everything I want. Really, really good around here. You know, I've got a great opening. I've outplayed him, and this b4 move is the top computer's move. But the computer now thinks I should not concentrate on the king side, but try to get rid of that bishop, because this gave him a lot of play. But still, surely I've got some attacking ideas. I mean, I develop a piece that can't be bad. Now he's going to get this counterplay, so it's a little bit more unclear. And this move is a bit slow. I wanted to connect my rooks, and here he's got this counterplay. So I don't know. I mean, even maybe these moves weren't right. Maybe he did just have enough. I don't think so, personally. And after this one, okay, now we're going to go all in. This is where I was getting quite excited. And after this, rook takes... Might have been better to keep the pawn, because then I can sacrifice my rook, because this rook's a better attacking unit. Taking the rook, I actually just wanted to see what he's going to do, because now I've got a big threat, I've got a big attack, but I'm threatening a big move, g6. I haven't opened up my bishop, so he defended well. And after this knight here, I've got to play g6, because otherwise I've got no open lines. And I thought around here I should be doing well, because I've got pieces floating in, but he's defending it. And it's actually a very hard position to attack when, I mean, I have enough time. So I should go h4 and just push the h-pawn and give these pieces up, I feel. And it's a mess. I didn't want to play here because rook here and it activates his rook, but at least I get another piece in. And this was, things started to go wrong. So even though I blundered my rook, I'm pretty sure my position is busted there. And my opponent has defended greatly in a position where it was quite dodgy. And this move, yeah, well, I mean, I'm already in trouble, to be honest, because if I move my rook, the thing I saw, if I move my rook, he takes here and he takes on d4, and I've got nothing here. I'm not attacking him, he's covered everything. And you can see I'm losing, so it's not actually a big blunder at the end. But it's very fine lines, these games, and it just felt like I had this great position, but it was actually quite hard to play. Could I have avoided playing these two moves? Because I don't know. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should try avoid it. Maybe I should just play bishop e3. Yeah? I know that's not a computer's top move here, but if I play bishop e3, it develops a piece, and my rook's a bit nearer developing. So why is this not a top move? Bishop e3. This is even though the computer didn't give it, I like this move. Because I've got to give myself acceleration, and it means that he doesn't have these targets to attack. Because as soon as you start moving pawns, you give your opponent targets. And now, you know, let's say he goes here. I'm going to have to play a3, but I think here I just don't play b4. I was worried about this knight coming into these squares, but my attack should be really accelerating around here. So, let's say I take. Well, yeah, the bishop never played. And I had another bad thought in my mind. And my thought in my mind is I need to keep this bishop because it's a great attacker. But as soon as this exchange has happened, it's clear my bishop's never going to get in the game. So I should, therefore, not play that, just exchange it off. And this is the kind of thing I think I should be doing, keeping a very stable, close to winning position. Because you get this kind of thing, and surely my kingside attack is now going to be much stronger because he hasn't got the same counterplay he had. And if he takes, I remember to take with a pawn, keep my rook, and all my pieces are coming over. My knight can come to f4, g6 is this looks winning. This just looks winning to me. So it's important to look at these things in case you get the same kind of middle game ideas again. I shouldn't be too annoyed with myself losing 3 in a row. I am, because I was having a great one. It all started when I didn't play the natural move against Nepo, but let's finish with a win in the last round and get to 7.5. 7.5 is a bloody good score, and then chill out. I might, if I win the next game, okay, how about this? This is going to really incentivize me. If I win the next game, I'm going to treat myself to 1 cider, and not even a strong cider. If I don't win, I'm not allowed any alcohol. Now, if something's going to motivate me, come on, cider, the cider game. And it's for the first time I'm not playing someone 3,000. A win here, we'd still have a good tournament. And the friend, how come? Is it just me, or do I get a ridiculous amount of blacks in my games? Let's go for the winnerware, the old variation. And now this is the move I used to play against this, because it often leads to some very interesting tactical chances in these kind of positions. This, as you probably noted, is one of my favourite little breaks. F6 might well be playable, but I'm going to go F6, as I normally do in these scenarios. And now, I think I may have had this before, where I'm just going to try and sacrifice in the centre. He's got the same pawn structure my opponent had in the last round, and I'm going to try to blow him up while his king is naked. So I'm going to try to literally sacrifice the house to open up lines in the centre of the board. Now, first of all, this is maybe a threat. So he consolidates. Now, is it time to... I think it is. Let's try to blow up the centre of the board. He's got rid of my bishop, but I'm opening up ways for my knight. That's not a knight, is it? That's something else. Now here, takes, check. Doesn't quite work. I don't know if I want to block. This one sort of feels like something happening, but maybe not. I could play this really wanky way of playing, but I don't want to do that. Maybe I should just get the bishop in the game, get full development. Let's just check. Knight g3, nothing. No checks, nothing. Okay, so we're going to play this. We're going to play quick. We're just going to try to do my normal maneuver, a very standard maneuver, but it does give him this chance to develop, which is not what I wanted. I want to do something a bit more spicy, because he's clear. Okay, well, I can't see it, so I'm going to try and get rid of my... he's playing very quickly. Fine, you play quickly. And I haven't managed to get the action in the centre that I was hoping I would get, to be honest. But my position should be okay. I mean, I've got pieces developed. I don't have any weaknesses. Maybe I could get some punting going with d4. Then he would take. I'm just thinking this diagonal is very weak. Well, actually, he wouldn't give up his light square bishop in that structure. So maybe I... Okay, so now... Okay, well, I'm immediately taking this because I see that I can stop him castling, and I don't need any encouragement to do that. And now my bishop's become fantastic. His bishop is trapped. And this often happens in the French defense. Your light square bishop remains dormant for a number of years, but when it comes out, and it really causes some damage. So I'm gonna maybe just try to, you know, get a grenade, throw it on the board, open it up. Okay, now that is a move which is sensible, actually, because his king was weak. Now, do I play here and then c5? Because I'm not... Do I bring my... Okay, let's just do this. Don't want to get too short of time. And the idea is, it's a good square, connect my rooks, and I support c5, and I want to play c5. So he's doing this to line up against here. And my opponent used the same idea in the last game. This is when it's very useful to remember patterns. Now here... He might better take here, but I get into the position. It's annoying he has this move always. Don't know if I need to rush with that. Maybe I could actually go here and use the other pawn to do that. That's interesting. Let's try that. Okay, now I'm quite happy he's done that, actually, because I was more annoyed about this. So I'm going to come in with a check because it's the funkiest move. And shit, I could take this, which neither of us probably saw because we're both donuts. Maybe I don't want to take it. Is my bishop stronger? It's weird. I'll take it. I'm not normally the greedy type, but sometimes there's ways of you have to do it. And we're going to go here. Very interesting position still. I've got the thing when you've won the exchanges, even if it costs you a pawn or two, you've got to open up lines. So I was very near playing g5, but then I saw f5 keeps it closed. So even though I might be losing a pawn on b5, I'm trying to open up some files. And I want that cider. I want the cider. If I win this, only if I win this, I deserve a cider. Any other result, except for a win, I don't deserve jack shit, in my opinion. So, okay, let's take this way. So we've opened up a line. And again, his rook can come in. We've opened up 2 lines, but which rook? We want this square, really, for our rook. Now, this one, he comes here. Now, knight f5, he comes here. I need to get this rook in. Here and here. Well, maybe. I don't know. And do I move this rook? This rook, I like where it is. I'm getting too short a time. So, this one, I'm just... And if everything comes off... Okay, now I have this square as... Okay, but... Oh, God, I'm playing far too slow here. Far too slow. I'm going to shut up because it's obviously easier to concentrate when I don't talk, because I really want that cider. I want a cider. I really want the cider. This move actually scared me a little bit earlier. And I don't know what I'm doing here. What's this? I'm too short time. I'm probably going to have a cider anyway. Should be winning, but I'm playing horrendously. Now my rooks are in. I know I've lost a piece. I am aware of that. Fuck, man. Playing shit is the official word, the way I'm playing. Oh, complete collapse of the mind. Oh, so I literally lost nearly 5 games in a row there. That is just disgusting. Oh, man. Well, roller coaster is the right word, but horrendous finish. And, well, I just couldn't see the right plan in that game after I got a winning position. And I started flapping about, started getting too short a time, and let's just see where I should win. This was the worst loss. Obviously, I take this one. Should be something simple here. Yeah, this is all great. And now I just need to get my pieces in. This is probably all right. This is probably all right. And now I started freaking out. How do I deal with this? And I did not deal with it well. I need to play these moves. They're a bit tricky to find, and this move was not good. And now all of a sudden I'm just worse. So it was... yeah, frustrating. All right, well, I'm going to go and cry a little bit after that very promising start. Showing some ability there, but not being able to maintain it. And that's one of the hard things in chess, maintaining a level. And very interesting Type Tuesday, but also very disappointing one. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Not sure I deserve it. But hey, I do it anyway, right? Cheers.